Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lessons and Learning and Readings. Lessons, Learning, and Readings with Larkin. Welcome so much. My name is Larkin, coming live to you from the United States. I want to welcome you all, whether you are joining me on the live or on the rebroadcast. I'm so happy to have you. Thank you for tuning in and joining us today. I'm going to take a few moments while we wait for everyone. Hi, Vladimir. Welcome. I'm going to wait for everyone to log on. I am fantastic and so happy to be here. Thank you. How are you doing? I am going to set the mood and the ambiance. So for those of you who don't know, even on the rebroadcast, guys, don't underestimate rebroadcasts. I still watch lives from people from years ago, and they are relevant, they're out of date, they're powerful. There's always something to be learned. So if you are on the rebroadcast and you missed this, do not worry. Spirit always knows who will be listening, and there's something you can always get out of everything. Even if, hi Carisha, Brooklyn, welcome. How cool. Even guys, if you don't get a particular reading, if you don't get one yourself, there's always something that you can get out of what comes through on these lives. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and hi, Ann Weir. Welcome. Hi, Chantel. I'm going to light my incense as usual. Today, guys, we have the Black Orchard again. I'm really into the Black Orchard this week. The Ganeshi sticks that I advertise every time I'm on here. But whatever setting the mood and the ambiance for you means, whatever's going to calm your nervous system, slow down your brain frequency, and get you in the mode to perceiving and receiving is going to be perfect. Okay. So I invite you to do that. I do that with incense and candles. I'm going to light my candle again in a moment. And I always have a couple of drinks, so make sure you have like a non-alcoholic beverage with you. I also brought the Sacred Forest Oracle cards today, so we are all set to go. The most important thing for you guys is to make sure that you're leaving your gunk at the door. So whatever it is you're bringing with you that's baggage, that's worry, that's stress and anxiety, we can get guidance from spirit to assist you with that. But in order for that to really be effective, no matter what comes through me, you have to be open to receiving. So that means that your frequency and your mindset and where you are, your brain mode has to be in a place of receiving. And that's always a place of being relaxed. So just make sure when you pop on, I ask everybody, instead of asking for a reading right away, allow yourself to get in the mode of receiving. So I usually don't start readings for a few minutes once we get on, because I want you guys to breathe, get in the mode of relaxation and receiving, get in the mode of trusting that everything is always working out for you, no matter how it may appear. Know that your spirit team, that means your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones, including animals who have passed on, are there supporting you. And you don't have to be able to sense them with your senses for them to be there. Okay? Just because things don't seem to be working out for you doesn't mean they're not. So we take a moment and make this a sacred hour. What does that mean to you for it to be a sacred hour? Casey, Sarah, Reese, welcome. Let's see. Linda, Paul, Andrea, welcome everyone. As I'm lighting my candles, and hopefully you are creating your peaceful, sacred environment as well. What does sacred mean to you? This is the message that Spirit wants me to share with you today. For those of you who are new, Spirit always says, look, we know who's on your live. We know what everyone needs to hear. Will you please share for us a message that we know there are people on there that need to hear? And of course, I always say yes. So that's what we're doing here right now. Some of you need to hear this. Probably all of you need to hear this. Spirit wants me to ask you, what does sacred mean to you? Do you associate a religious term with it? Maybe a spiritual term? Maybe it's nature? What do you associate with the term sacred? Okay, because this is meant to be a sacred hour. And so during this time, what do you need in order to make this sacred hour for you? Right? What does it mean to you to leave the rest of the world and your life and the craziness behind so that you can spend an hour of sacred time? Okay. For me, this means a time that you guys can step out of your everyday lives and out of your head, and you can actually spend some time with not only spirit, my friends, but here's the most important part: your soul, your true, authentic self. Your intuition is your soul speaking through you as a human. It's you, the part of you that's a part of your spirit team, that your spirit team's here to assist. It's that part of you shining through. It's the voice of your soul. And the voice of your soul will always match your spirit team. So as I give you guys readings today and we answer questions, I want you to keep that in mind. You'll probably notice that a lot of the answers that come through are validation for you. They may have been things you're like, oh, I already knew that. Yeah, your soul knew. And is a reminder and validation from your spirit teams, okay? So that is our wisdom from spirit today. I'm going to go where spirit guides me. Just a quick reminder of that. Thank you all for saying hi first. I do this because I want you guys to have this practice when I'm not around. I want to give you this opportunity to know that when you speak to spirit and you're not getting a reading from someone, that you need to make it a sacred space. Okay, you need to do that. And as we get into readings, just please know I'm not choosing anything personally. I will definitely try to get people who are new on here. Just know that I go where spirit guides me. Spirit knows who needs a reading exactly when. Their timing is perfect for you. And spirit tells me, asks me at least on the free online readings. Those are different than small group readings, which are different than private readings. So if, on free online readings, I'm going to try to get to as many of you as I can, because that's what spirit asked me to do. Offer comfort, validation, and guidance to as many people who come on here for free. If you want something more in depth, please find a reader that you trust and either schedule a reading or get on a small online group reading, like the one I have on the 30th of this month. That's this Saturday, where you're paying less, but you're in a small private group. Okay, that's what the in-depth readings are for. All right. You can only do so much, guys, with an online free reading, and you can only do so much with any reading if you don't receive the guidance and do your part, right? You actually have to do what is shared with you in the reading. So don't forget, you have a part in this too. You actually have to do something too. Okay. All right. Let's see. Get anyone else I got to say nice hi to first. Wendy and our shining lights. Welcome. Patricia. Hello. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to start with this real quick, Casey, because you asked this yesterday, and then I'm going to, but again, guys, I'm going to try to keep this quick today because there's so many people on here. If I don't get to you, Veronica has amazing readers all week, and you can find me on my Facebook page down here. I have free readings and events all week as well. Okay. All right. This is a great question to start with. I think, which is why Spirit asked me to choose it, because this is going to have a lot to do with some of your questions today, guys. Do we really have free will, or has our life's contract been written despite what we think, or free will still to use? I know what you mean. You're basically asking, do we have free will, or do we not have it because our contracts will happen regardless of our free will? Okay. Now, I am always, guys, I'm always channeling through spirit when I'm talking to you and answer your questions. Okay. I don't have to close my eyes or go to sleep. I can remain participating with you guys. So please just know that I'm constantly channeling while I'm doing this. So this information is not coming back through me, although I share their opinion because my intuition agrees with this. Hi, Rachel, welcome. But I'm going to say this to your question, Casey. Okay. Hi, Leona. Good to see you too. I do not personally, as Larkin, I do not like that we talk about having life contracts. I think this was a wonderful idea. It's a nice concept. But the problem is that when the human mind starts trying to give meaning to it and analyze it, because we're so obsessed with labeling anything and everything, this whole idea, hi, Lisa, welcome. This whole idea of contracts has really become a problem, I believe, because we get caught up on the contracts. Forget about the contracts. Just forget about the contracts. Okay? Because what happens is when we start talking about contracts, then everybody gets all confused, and people are confused enough about free will. Okay? So the information that's channeling through me now says people are confused enough about free will. And so when you add a term like contracts, we think our brain automatically registers and thinks about this in terms of, like a legal contract or a marriage contract, some sort of written agreement. Okay. But this is our mind making this up. Okay. Wendy says, I agree with you about labeling contracts. Okay, that's great. Now, when we say agree, what are we even talking about? That's our opinion, right? And I'm glad that you agree with that. But what other words do we have to say that, right? So what I want you guys to do is go deeper and feel within your soul. Do we have contracts? Okay, sure. Yeah, if you want to call them contracts, they're not really contracts, but we don't really have another label for them. Okay. We have things that we create in non-physical agreements and experiences that we create together with other souls, and we can plan things out, but nothing is set in stone. And that's something I think that that's something that people do not. Leona, I see you. Okay, let me get through this. And Leona, you need to be listening to this. So while you're scared and you're nervous and you want a reading, this is what I'm talking about. You need to be listening to what's coming through spirit, through my mouth right now. Because while you guys are worried about getting a reading because you're nervous and scared and have anxiety, meanwhile, spirit is speaking through me for more than just Casey. Good, you're listening. And I see people like, okay, I want this reading, I need that, and this is happening to me. And that's fine. I understand. I've been there. However, remember, spirit knows who's listening. And you guys really have to be at a place of not being needy and desperate to be able to receive. And I know that's not always possible when you get on, but you might want to go back and listen, because I'm telling you, the wisdom that's coming through will help you. Okay. I will get to you, Leona. Okay. But these contracts we have to label, because our human self likes to label, are really, they're agreements, but they're flexible. They can be changed. So free will comes first. Okay. Free will is not in contradiction with contracts. Free will is not in contradiction with agreements. Okay. And the human ego likes to think it is, either to make to keep us miserable so that we don't create change, or to try to force other people. I've had people say to me before, well, if you leave this situation or you make that choice, you're going to have to come back and live a whole nother life with me and do this again. No, that's BS. That's not true at all. You are never tied to another person's karma and contract, as long as you stay in your own lane. Okay. So Casey, it's a great question. You have free will, number one, no matter what. God, source, spirit, the angels, your spirit guides, everyone must always abide by the universal law of your free will first. Each soul has their own free will, including non-human animals. Okay. The contracts most often shift. They often change and shift in our lifetimes, and that's okay. All right. So that's a brilliant question. Thank you for asking that. Okay. All right. Let's go through these. quickly. Let's see. Yes, Patricia, I think this is a great point. Often, it comes from the fear of not living up to feeling what is expected. And yeah, that is definitely one great reason why, people have these questions about contracts, or they change their plan, but you all have the free will to do that. Okay. Now, don't forget, guys, these are, I'm sorry. I'd love to spend actually more time with all of you guys. I really would. I just want you to know that my natural nature is to give everyone a lot of attention and time. And again, when I have an hour, I can't do that. So here's what I'm going to say to you, and then I'm going to get into your reading, Leona. And I know I'm always giving you guys this advice. It does not have to be with me. If you are struggling with stress and anxiety, you need to be working with someone or getting involved with something that has to do with mindfulness or mindset. Okay. Mindfulness is like what Thay worked on. He created mindfulness. The great Vietnamese teacher who passed away a couple years ago, or Eckhart Tolle. All of my clients have to read The Power of Now and Stillness Speaks. Why? Because these two teachers and others, they have written books. They've taught around the world. Dr. Wayne Dyer, they teach how to get out of your thoughts and into consciousness. And there's a difference. When I'm channeling for you guys, like I am, I intermingle it in my conversations here through Spirit. Spirit's asking me to share this. That comes from my consciousness. That's the eternal soul that is you. That is your intuition when your intuition is speaking. The things, Leona, that are causing you to worry, stress, anxiety, nervousness, panic attacks, all of those things that consume your days with overthinking, that is your mind. Your mind is not who you are. Okay? So as Eckhart Tolle teaches, mind is synonymous with ego, which is synonymous with thought, which is synonymous with resistance. So if you are having thoughts, you are in resistance. Okay? People say, oh my God, how can you not think? Well, that's what I work with my coaching clients on. Okay. So you do not need to work with me, but if you have severe stress and anxiety, maybe you have a counselor, a therapist, or something, but I highly recommend that you find someone to work with. Now, if you guys are interested in working with me, my link is down there. I won't be a match for everyone. I want results. I want you to do the work. I'm very bottom line about this. I don't think around. I want results. So I might not be the best match for you. Okay. But Leona and the rest of you, if you are having stress and anxiety and you're just getting on free readings every day, I'm not putting free readings down there, very helpful. But if you need something more, you can't just expect to get on a free live every day, get a quick free reading and change your life. That's not going to happen. Okay. Your spirit guides and your angels help and support you, Leona. They help and support you, but because you have free will, like Casey was talking about, you have to actually be the physical participant to what your guides are asking you to do, to what your loved ones are encouraging. And your loved ones and your guides are encouraging all of you to step into your power, to become more conscious, to get out of your head, which is where all of your struggle and suffering is. Okay. So what do I recommend first and foremost, Leona, is get some mindset coaching. I have a mindset coaching mastermind. You can check in with me. There are other people. I know that Veronica has a healing hour that she does on here every week. That's very important. I'm sure she also has some suggestions, but I have been a mindset coach for 15 years. And I can tell you that if you have this level of anxiety and you're really panicked, you don't just want temporary fixing, right, Leona? You want to go through the process of things. Now, but you're saying it just came on all of a sudden, not worried or stressed. Hopefully this anxiety and panic attack. Okay, but this is a problem though, Leona, right? This is a problem. So obviously you do have some stress. obviously you have something going on you're unaware of in that 95% of your mind. Now, what it probably is, Leona, and what your spirit guides have been trying to get you to be more aware of is this is already in your nervous system. This is already a program. So when you start to have a panic attack and you have anxiety, don't you see there's a connection there? Anxiety is connected to your thoughts. So maybe in your conscious mind, you don't think you're worried, but your 95% of your mind you're unaware of. That is, if that is causing your nervous system to go into a panic attack, that means your brain has been trained, your nervous system has been trained to go on autopilot. So you don't even have to have anything specifically, Leona, that you are worried about in order for a panic attack to happen, because your nervous system is trained. Okay. So what I'm trying to do here, Leona, what your spirit guides are asking me to do, hi Desiree, is to try to hand the power back over to you. So I see you saying, oh, please God. Okay. So here's where spirit is saying to you, stop reaching outside of yourself. You've got to find this power within you. And what I'm trying to tell you, Leona, is that the power is within you. Your power to get still and to get present is the answer from God, from your higher self, from your spirit team. Okay. It's not about stopping the panic attack and stopping the anxiety. It's about getting beyond your mind, which is where this level of anxiety, these panic attacks are the mind and the body. And you don't have to believe me or spirit. You can check out with Dr. Joe Dispenza, who's been studying this for decades. Okay. When you're having a panic attack and anxiety, it is the mind and the body. So it may not be the 5% of your mind you're aware of, Leona, but it is coming from your mind. Okay. I've been coaching this 15 years. I had to do this myself. Okay. So here's a little story I want to share with you guys. Hi, Amy Louise, and I'm hoping it's going to help you. Let's see. Hi, Pia, welcome. I'm going to share this little story with you guys. Okay, Leona, and this is very helpful for you, I hope. There was a story of a flood and everyone was leaving. And some of you have heard me tell you this, but I'm going to share this again for Leona. Okay. Your spirit guides are saying, please remind her of this. This is what I'm saying to you, Leona. Okay. When we're going, please God, and then we think he doesn't hear me or he's not helping me. It's not up to God to fix your anxiety. It's not up to God to fix your panic. It's up to you to recognize where it is coming from and to be able to step out of it. That is your blessing. That obstacle is an opportunity. So in this story, there's a flood. People walk out of the flood before it gets too high. And this man says, the neighbor's going, come on, Joe, you better get out of your house. And the man says, I'll be fine. I'm waiting for God. Well, the water gets too high to walk and people start, getting on little rafts. They get on their little canoes and they're going past Joe's house and they're saying, come on, Joe, hurry, get on with us. We've got room. And Joe says, don't worry about it. I'm waiting for God. God will save me. I've been praying to God. So they move on because they got to get out of the flood. Well, next thing you know, the flood now is up to the second story. So he crawls up to his second story window and he's sticking his head out. And there's some people with a bigger boat that come by. And they're like, come on, Joe, hurry. We've got room. Come with us. And Joe says, don't worry about it. I've been praying to God. I know he hears my answer. I know he hears my prayer. God's going to save me. I'm going to wait. Well, the flood gets higher because guess what? Joe has had a choice that he didn't realize. Leona, you have choices you don't realize. And that is the whole framework for my coaching. It is the whole framework for doing mindfulness and mindset work. Okay. So I'm telling you that if you have this level of pain and anxiety, it's coming from in here. So what does the guy do? He climbs up on the roof. He still has great faith in God. He is praying even harder than he did before. And guess what? A helicopter comes by. And the helicopter's like, come on, we're going to lower a ladder for you, Joe. Climb on up. And Joe says, don't worry, God's going to save me. Well, guess who drowned in the flood? And he gets to the gates of heaven and he says, what happened? God was supposed to save me. Well, guess what they say at the gates of heaven? Guess what God says? Joe, we had people invite you to walk out of the flood. Who do you think sent them? Me. We had people with canoes and kayaks. You turned them down. Who do you think sent those people? Me. We had people in small boats. We had people in a helicopter. And everything I sent you, Joe, you said no. What were you waiting for? So understand, Leona, that today God is coming through answering your prayer in what Spirit is telling me to share with you. Okay? Please understand that. I didn't get this for years. For decades, I suffered because I didn't get this. Okay? And most of the time when we hear this guidance, because it's not in the form that we expect it, or it's not what's happening, and we say things like, oh, she just doesn't understand what I'm saying, we miss what God is sending us. So is God answering your prayer? Yes. But God answers your prayers in the form of you needing to take action and getting guidance. Okay? I hope that helps. I mean this with the greatest of sincerity. I don't know how else to say it more authentically, and I hope I did Spirit justice in communicating it. Okay? Mwah! Leona, you need to calm that nervous system. So as I move on to the next reading, what I'm going to suggest, Leona, is that this is what I did and what I have my clients do. I would, in the middle of a panic attack, when your autonomic nervous system is already going crazy, what I would do is I would focus on something that can help you improve your situation right now. And that means learning to get present. So get on YouTube and find Eckhart Tolle's Power of Now, or go listen to a Dr. Wayne Dyer. Go take a walk, get your body moving. That calms your mind. Do something immediately every time you feel this panic attack coming on that will help you change direction, okay? All right, guys. Let's see, guys. I see you. I'm starring you. I need to be spending less time on each reading. Spirit's like, you got to get to more people. Okay. And I've not been feeling well the past few days. I have a cold and chest infection. I'd appreciate a message if possible, please. Well, Anne, you're just going to need to ride this out. You're just going to need to ride this out and then take better care of yourself. It looks from Spirit as though, you're wearing yourself down a little bit. So your immune system got down, and that made you more vulnerable to getting sick. But I'm also seeing that this is a blessing, actually, that you have this cold, because I'm seeing that mentally and emotionally, you actually needed some downtime to get out. You needed some time to step out of the system. And what your spirit guides are showing me is that you need to step out of the system more often. You need to actually step out of the system and get yourself, start creating some sacred space for yourself, actually, where you can, where you can have some headspace and some spiritual and emotional connection and healing. So it's actually okay that you, sorry guys, I got something on my foot. It's actually okay that you are, you've got a cold and you're down right now. You actually needed that time. You needed that time to step out. And what Spirit's showing me is this is a little reminder to you that you need to make sure you're finding times each day to do that. Okay. That's going to be very helpful to you as a whole and for your whole well-being. All right. Mwah. Don't forget, guys, if you want to meet your spirit guides and know how to connect with them, on the 14th of September, I have the next Meet Your Spirit Guides. Okay. So you have to register for it. It is $40 for 2 hours. And you're going to leave this event knowing better who your spirit guides are, feeling a closer connection to them, being able to communicate with them, knowing how they like to connect with you. And so you can connect with them more personally. It's a really awesome event, but you can find that on my Psychic Medium page. Okay. Let's see. Sarah, you always listen to signs. Wonderful. That is very important. Everything is really a sign for you guys, okay? Everything is a sign for you. Leona, you got lots of them today. But signs come in all forms for you guys. All right. Let's see here. Hold on, guys. I'm just scrolling up where Spirit is guiding me here. Hold on a second. All right, hold on. I think I saw some, I'm seeing partial messages here. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see here. I do want to post this up here. I have learned at times it's my mind that is the worst enemy. Actually, Sarah, that is always the case. That is always the case. So we, you know, the bottom line, guys, is that if you don't get your mind under control and you don't get aware of your mind, it's gonna be pretty tough. Okay. That's what we all have to do. We all have to do it. Rachel, I'm glad that you love this. Awesome. Okay. Thank you guys for sharing and sending links. That's fabulous. Oh my gosh, Leona, thank you. I'm so glad. That's really helped. Good. Yay. Thank you for letting me know. Guys, I don't always see your messages on here. I sometimes see them after the live, and you know, depending on which page you're on, I can respond or not respond. But a lot of times I've scrolled up and down thoroughly and I just don't even see some of them until I get off. So just know if I don't call on you or I haven't said hi, it's not intentional. I'm going where Spirit guides me, and sometimes it's just I just don't see it. So I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Sophie, welcome from the UK. Let's see here. Okay, I meant to put Sophie's up there. So Sophie, I'll star yours to get it next. Sorry, I meant to get yours up there. Hello, Larkin. Hope you're okay. I'm great. Thank you. Watching for the first time, but we'll definitely be watching again. Anything from me, please. Love in the next 3 months. I'm going to be making the right decisions in the next few weeks. What a great question. So Chantal, first of all, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. You know, one of the things I do on here that I think is unique is that I want to put you guys really in the place of power here in connecting with Spirit. Okay. I want you guys to understand a little more of the perspective that Spirit is coming from. Spirit is exceedingly practical and wants to give practical guidance. So I believe it's time that we change the way we do readings. And when we come to readings, instead of expecting just to be told what to do, Spirit actually wants to hand the power to us and just be the guidance. And so when you're saying, are you making the right decisions or not? You know, like right now you've got 3 spirit guides, 2 very strongly with you. Again, guys, if you want to meet your spirit guides, that post is you can register. You got to go to the top of my Psychic Medium page. There's only 10 spaces available. But you know, it's pinned to the top of my Psychic Medium page, all my events. Okay. And your spirit guides have been working very closely with you to help you make decisions based in alignment with you. Okay. So understand, first of all, your spirit guides have been trying to tell you that there are no right or wrong decisions. Okay. There are no right or wrong decisions. So it's not about, are you making the right decisions? To you, to all of us, to our ego, the right decision means the decision that's going to get us what we want. So start to look at the right decision as meaning getting what we want without making mistakes. That's what a right decision means to us, okay? But your spirit guides say, look, you're here to make mistakes. We want you to make mistakes. You're supposed to make mistakes. Guys, if I hadn't made so many mistakes for years on end, I wouldn't even be here being able to do this with you right now. The people that are the greatest leaders in the world really, truly, honestly, teachers, examples, motivation, the most peaceful, the most calm, the most empowered, they have made the most mistakes. Okay. So what you're really asking is, are you going to be able to be making the decisions that are in most alignment with you? Because when we make the most in alignment vibrationally, that's when things manifest the most easily. Okay. That is when we have to go through the least turmoil and struggle and suffering through our decisions, right? And so the key is, and I'm not saying you're making mistakes here, but the key is to welcome and embrace mistakes, not get caught up in having to make the right decision, because that oftentimes prolongs our making decisions at all and makes life very difficult for us. But the real key is to be very conscious of your decisions, and when you make a mistake, to learn from them immediately. Okay. The decisions that you're going to make, first of all, your spirit guides are telling me, don't put so much importance on them. I can vouch for this as Larkin, because as a mindset coach for 15 years, one of the tools and techniques I teach my clients is to reduce the importance of the things you want the most. Because as soon as you make something super important, you have greater resistance to it. That means you have a harder time making a decision. You block it. You have a harder time allowing things to come in, and it's harder to manifest. You actually slow down the manifestation. So what your spirit guides are saying is, number one, trust yourself. Don't trust yourself to make the right decision. Trust yourself that everything is working out for you. Trust, these are three things, so take notes, okay? Trust that everything is always working out for you. That in and of itself aligns you with your true self and allows things to manifest more easily for you, okay? Trust in your own ability to make decisions that are in alignment with you. So trust yourself to make the very best decisions. Okay, that also really helps. And then let go of the outcome, which Eckhart Tolle also teaches. Remember those books I said I have my coaching clients have to read? Stillness Speaks and The Power of Now. Well, your spirit guides are saying the same thing. Eckhart Tolle gets his information from spirit, from consciousness, and your spirit guides are saying the same thing. So, number one, trust things are always working out for you. This is your recipe, Chantel. Number two, trust yourself to always make the best decisions. Even if you make a mistake, trust in yourself, okay? Believe me, it will get better if you create a pattern of this. And number three, let go of the outcome. In other words, that shows that you're having trust and faith in the process, in your spirit team, and in yourself, okay? When you do this, you're going to find that those decisions that you're concerned about over the next 3 weeks are going to pan out more easily and effortlessly. Here's the kicker that your spirit guides want you to know, that this is the thing they're concerned about for you. If and when things do not appear to be going the way you think they should to get what you want, relax and trust. Okay? Just let that roll on by. Nothing is as it appears in this world, Chantel. Nothing. And just because things don't appear to be going your way doesn't mean they're not. Okay? And for all of you guys, what you're wanting because it's in alignment with you. Okay? What you are envisioning, you think is in alignment with you. But the way the universe delivers it, if you allow it, the art of allowing, is even better than what you could have possibly imagined. So you got to let go control of the reins a little bit and trust. And when you trust, the universe delivers it even better than you imagine. So will these decisions and things work out? Yes. If you do the 3 things Spirit just told you and you roll with it, you're going to be amazed at what happens. So that really is up to you. Remember, the power's in your hands. Okay. I hope that helps you. I still am too wordy, but I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. Thank you, Chantel. And please keep me posted. That is a fun and awesome question. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Kelly Ann. Let's see here. Okay, Rachel, I've been seeing you on here for a while, but you've been asking different questions. So, you want love guidance. Okay. So Rachel, here's the thing is you have a pattern Is hi Keith, welcome. Here's the thing, Rachel, you have a pattern in what you do in relationships and in who and what you choose in relationships. And what I'm seeing is they're showing me in my third eye, they're showing me there's an imbalance of energy each time you get into a romantic relationship. They're showing me that you're fine at first, although you don't select the partners that would be the healthiest for you. And then you create the same pattern because you find yourself in a similar situation and you make the same choices because you have the same reactions. Okay. So one of the things that's really important, let's see here. If I don't get to you, Prills, come join my Furball Friday readings and we can get to your pet message if I don't get to you today, okay? Furball Friday, you can find that on my Psychic Medium page. The thing is, Rachel, is that you have to break the patterns first, okay? Now, whether it be people you're engaged with right now, Rachel, or whether it be future relationships, it doesn't really matter because you have the potential to have the type of relationship that you are envisioning and that you're wanting and that you're feeling, whether it's with people you know in your life right now or whether it is with a completely new partner. Okay, that potential is there for you. It's actually within you. The problem is, though, is that even if the most perfect ideal partner in relationship pops into your life, you're not going to have the relationship that you want until you make these inner adjustments. I'm asking them in a side conversation, what inner adjustments do you mean? They're saying your emotional attachment in the way that you handle it. So emotional attachment in the way that you handle it. Okay. They're saying the amount of time that you give things in a relationship. In other words, you need to relax and allow a relationship to go through the process that it needs to before panicking that it's not working. Okay. That's the second one that they're giving me. And the third one is the way that you react to things in a relationship. Okay. The third thing is the way that you react to relationship in a relationship. Okay. So, and the fourth thing I'm asking them, they're going, well, there's actually a fourth thing. And the fourth thing is the value that you give yourself in a relationship and how, when you get involved with someone, you displace that onto how you think that person's treating you. Your value has to come from you first. And until you fix that, even if someone treats you like a freaking queen, you are going to feel that they're treating you as though you're not significant enough, loved enough, worthy enough, and important enough. Okay. So yeah, you panic right away. And I can feel that. And that's what your spirit guides are showing me. Now, what I recommend is that, you get to hear spirit more closely. Okay. I do free discovery calls for people that want guidance into how to step into their power. For people that are really serious about that, it's an absolutely free 20-minute call. I have the Meet Your Spirit Guides event coming up. I am not the only person that you can turn to. But what Spirit recommends is you get some outside reinforcement and help to help you change these habits, because you cannot, the guidance coming through Spirit for you is important. And guys, I don't never want to sound like I'm selling myself. I do not work with everyone. I am not a good match for everyone. What I do want to encourage every one of you to do, and what your spirit guides encourage you guys to do, is to make sure that in this physical, tangible world, that you guys get some sort of outside resources and support. Do not just sit at home crying and worrying and stressing and talking to friends and family about your problems. Do something about it that's going to change the pattern. So in your case, Rachel, I don't care who you get help from or what you do, but you need to, if you are serious about having a love relationship that you want, you need to get serious about doing something different and making different choices. That means within you. Everything in your life, guys, starts within you. Hi, Stefan. Welcome. Good to see you again. Everything starts within you. So until you make these internal changes, you could have the most perfect person in relationship in the world, but you can't experience that. Okay. I can speak for this. I've coached women in relationships Many times I went through hell in relationships for over 2 decades. So I know what Spirit is saying is true. My spirit guides helped me through this considerably. And obviously they brought you here today. Okay. So that's what you need to do, Rachel. Tag the time, go back and listen to those instructions again. And please come back and keep me posted. You guys can always find me on my Psychic Medium page. If you want a free discovery call or to meet your spirit guides or coaching, if you want help from me. Otherwise, go find some outside tangible support somewhere, because you've got to do some of the mindset work that goes with this, especially with the panicking about the insecurity that comes with the relationships for you. Once you get over that, your relationships are going to turn around. Okay. All right. Let's see. Ain K, welcome. How are you? Let's see. Ain, I kind of have an order. I'm going where Spirit's guiding me. I would love to read for your pet. Please keep in mind, everyone, on Fridays, I have Furball Friday on my Psychic Medium page, which is here on the banner. It's 1 hour dedicated to just animal wisdom and readings. Okay. Every Friday. So if I don't get to you with your pet question, you can find me then. Okay. Hi, Scorpio 180. Welcome. Okay. Let's see. Yes, you are. You are. And I can see that. So follow what Spirit just gave you. And that is your recipe. If you need more help with that, come find me, get on a free discovery call, or go find someone to help you with that. But take action, and you can turn this around, Rachel, but it is a process. It does take internal work. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay, guys. Guys, the free discovery calls, you have to either message me at larkinsreadings.com or PM me on my Psychic Medium page. I only do so many a week because they're 20 free minutes. And just only if you're very serious about making transformations in your mindset and your life. I combine readings with mindset work, and I help you come up with a plan, and I help direct you towards a mentor or, books or a program or something, not always mine. I just help you come up with a plan for what you need to do next. But I can only do so many of these because they're totally free, right? And that's my work time I'm spending doing that. So if you want a free discovery call, they're only 20 minutes. You have to message me, okay? All right, now I've got to go back up here. Let's see here. Hold on a second. All right. Hi, Barbara. Welcome. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, Sophie, welcome, by the way. Spirit always has messages for you guys. Spirit always has messages. So when you guys get on and you say, does Spirit have messages for me? Yeah, Spirit always has messages for you. But the thing is that, we're not always listening to them. So a lot of times people get on and they'll ask readers the same questions over and over because they didn't get it from the first reader, or their ego tells them not to believe the first reader. Sometimes your guidance is what you don't want to do. And remember, for those of you who just popped on, you are a member of your spirit team. Their job is not to tell you what to do. Their job is to guide you, and you need to make the choices, because do you know how my business is called My Powerful Choices? And the reason is because you claim your power by making choices. So when you're scared, when you procrastinate, when you're afraid to make a mistake, all of that causes you to not make choices. And that is a choice. And what I try to do through Spirit is to help you become aware of the choices you don't know you have, because you don't want to be a victim, guys. You want to claim your power here in this world, your freedom of choice, your free will. That's so important. Okay. Let's see here. Really? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Amy Louise. Love it. Thank you, Spirit. I'm just speaking for Spirit, guys. All right. Let's see here. Desiree. All right. All right. Desiree, you have a question about your love life too. Okay. Well, again, we're dabbling in good news and bad news, right? So remember, guys, good news is when things are going the way you think they should be going to get what you want. Bad news is when your ego says and thinks that that you are not getting what you want, right? So that's really good and bad news. Okay. What, Desiree, what more specifically did you want to know about your love life? I don't see any dramatic energy happening for you in there right now. I see that the energy there is just sort of kind of in a steady holding pattern. And so that usually indicates to me, and from your spirit guides, that maybe there are some things that you want, or you can either sit tight and just really just work on yourself, because the inner work always reflects in the outer. Or if you're wanting things to move forward, what they're showing me is you need to look and see, are you like a watched pot never boils, right? So, are you, I'm trying to assess the words that they're showing me, because they're showing me images. It's like they're showing me kind of this energy where it just seems like very still right now. And I don't think it's going to remain that way. But usually when that's happening, there's other aspects in your energy field that you're working on right now. And you just need to sit tight and feel good where you are. And then when everything falls into place, then the things you want are going to move forward. Okay, that's what they're showing me. So sometimes, guys, in a reading, it's nothing huge that comes through. Sometimes it's just, you're basic, like you're in a holding pattern and you're fine and you're good, and be at peace with that and feel good. And then when you feel good, you're allowing, and then that next step that you are feeling inclined to want to experience comes your way. And actually, I think this is a lovely reading, Desiree. I would have loved to have been in that place for years. So I would just be at peace and be very grateful where you are right now, and allow things to surprise you. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. All right. Let's see. If you'd love a call, Rachel, you need to message me at larkinsreadings.com, and I'll see when I can fit you in, because I can only do so many a week. If you want that free assessment call, you need to private message me at larkinsreadings.com, or find me on my Facebook page and PM me there. Okay. I think that would be very good for you. All right. So let's see here, guys. Hold on. We saw let's see here. Okay, I'm going to do Andrea, and then we're going to try to get to the pet messages, guys. Happy birthday to Sky, Keith. All right, Andrea Reese. Let's scroll down here and see if there's anything more specific you want. I've got 7 minutes left, my friends. 7 minutes. Good night. Oh, Andrea, you're leaving. Okay. All right. Andrea, are you still there? All right. All right. You are there. Okay, great. All right, let me try to get to 2 more here today quick. Okay. So Andrea, good. Woo. I always ask, guys, because sometimes people pop off. They don't wait for the reading. They ask for one, and then if the reader doesn't get to them fast enough, they leave. And I used to do readings, and no one ever came back and even listened to the replay. So I wasted my time and yours. So now I make sure people are there first. Okay. Now I'm seeing all these readings that I need to get. See you on Friday, Paul. Thank you. Okay. Let's see, Andrea. So you're there too, Cindy. Good. All right, I'm going to try to be quick. Guys, if you missed me today, you can find me on my Psychic Medium page. I have more events and readings, and Veronica has awesome readers all week long. So every day of the week, you can also find and get free readings on here, okay? Okay. So, Andrea, let's see. Do you have something specific, Andrea, you want to know? Spirit immediately directs me to your body. So are you feeling tired or low energy, or maybe having some physical issues? Because Spirit is immediately directing me towards your physical body, and your physical and mental and emotional well-being. So really they're focusing on the physical form for you. And they're saying that, some special TLC needs to be given to your physical body right now and to your well-being. That you need to be listening to your body, and that they're just showing me, like, if I look at your aura and your energy field, they're just showing me, like, really, the frequencies kind of, it's not your normal self. It seems lower. There seems like there's low energy, sort of a, the vibration consciously is still there, but it's really more affecting your physical body, feeling more lethargic, not too motivated, having things you want to do, but not having the energy to do it. And so spirit is telling me you really need to take some spirit internal time, and you really need to focus on just taking care of yourself and your physical body. Spend some time out in nature, spend some time relaxing and meditating, spend some time journaling. The physical feelings in our body are oftentimes, remember, what we feel in our body, it's the mind and the body. So you need to be nurturing. Your spirit guides are showing me your physical body and your mind right now. Okay, you need to be nurturing your physical body and your mind, because when we start to feel things in our body that we don't like, or we lose energy, or we're not feeling well, it is coming initially from habits and patterns that have been happening mentally and emotionally. So you really need to tend to that right now. Your spirit guides and angels are there helping you. You can do some visualizations, but they want you to combine mental, emotional, and physical care of your body. Okay, this is very important. Okay, got it. Okay, all right. Yes. Okay. So that's what you need to be doing. The other thing I would do, Andrea, is I would really journal. I would look and see and say, okay, what have you done differently since you too, Stephen, thank you. What spirit wants you to do is look at what are you doing a little bit differently now, maybe over the past few months or even years that could have led up to this shift. And then go back and journal and look at what are some of the things you did when your energy was lifted. I do believe that you're going to feel that you're going to get through this, that this is just a phase, but this is also your soul's and spirit's reminder that that you really need to make some shifts and pay attention to, learn to really listen to your body. So maybe find someone, a book or a coach or something that can help you learn to really listen to your body, because your body knows how to heal and recover from this phase, but you need to learn to listen to it. And that's what your guides are saying. Okay, please keep me posted. I hope this helps you. All right, Cindy, I'm going to quick it to you. I want to just say, guys, I have a little beef with Reiki, and it's not that I don't like Reiki. It's that I find that Reiki almost becomes a cult. So be very careful. I love that you did Reiki, and I love the energy work that it gave you, Amy Louise. It sounds like it has really been good for you. I think you've heard me say this before, but be very careful because there's lots of modalities. Remember that when Reiki was initially around thousands of years ago, okay, that you weren't even considered an apprentice until you had practiced for 10 years, 7 days a week, 24/7. So I think for you, Amy Louise, this has been perfect and it has opened your eyes. Just make sure you keep an open mind as to incorporating other forms of energy work and building your intuition. Like I teach people in my Awakening Your Intuition program on a broad spectrum, so you don't just get locked into what a lot of the Reiki channels are teaching. Okay, I'm not against Reiki. I love Reiki. I've had training myself. I'm just simply sharing that because I know people that sometimes get sucked in. So make sure you don't just get sucked into that. You keep things eclectic for yourself. Okay. All right, Cindy, I've only got a minute left, so I'm going to make that 2 minutes, but then this is Veronica's page, so I have to get off. Is this new job I have going to work out for me? Let's see, an entrepreneur. Let's see, my hours, especially full-time benefits and part-time hours. Yes, I actually think, let's see. I don't think this is going to be permanent, Cindy, for you. Your spirit guides show me, this is going to be a little rough. This is going to be a little rough. It's a transition that you have to make, and that transition is going to be rough. But they're showing me that in the long term, this is actually going to be helpful to you. This is something that you're going to need to be doing. And you're going to learn a lot, and it's going to help you financially. You're going to get a lot out of this. It looks like you're probably going to transition back. But for right now, it looks like this is in alignment with you from what I can see energetically. It may not feel like it initially, but I think you're going to be getting a lot out of this, and it is a powerful choice for you at this time. Okay. Spirit guides remind me to tell you this is a process. Okay. Guys, if you want a pet reading on Fridays on my Psychic Medium page, if you choose to find me there, I don't have it pinned yet, but I'll have it pinned today or tomorrow. Furball Friday at 2 p.m. EDT, 7 p.m. BST. Every week, I do nothing but animal readings. You can join me there. If you guys want to connect with me further, there's my Psychic Medium page. I have all sorts of fun events and the free discovery calls going on. Veronica has awesome readers on here the rest of the week. So if you did not get a reading today, you can tune in here. You can find me on my page. The sky is the limit. You have a lot of options. I'll also be back next Monday and Tuesday at the same time. Thank you all for joining me. I'm so honored. I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye, everyone.